Welcome to Kokomo, Indiana, USA, the city of firsts. Season's greetings as Christmas comes to Kokomo. While many cities may skimp on their Christmas decorations and lights, Kokomo have really gone to town this year and have put together a fantastic display. I'll take you through the town centre, looking at some of the fantastic things that have been put up by the City Council this year. We begin by looking at the courthouse, where we see two non-identical candles burning. One appears to be flashing, the other appears to be more stationary. Very traditional, very heartwarming. And as we look across next to the War Memorial, we see two marching soldiers, reminiscent of an earlier age. Very traditional, much loved. As we move across, we'll begin to take account of some of the tremendously exciting and traditional variations on themes that the city of Kokomo have put together this year. Here, for example, we see a flying demonstration of a fisherman catching a fish. This is, of course, representing the story of the fisherman of the Nativity, who celebrated the birth of the Christ child by catching fish and landing them carefully. As we carry on around, we will see a number of other items which are quite wonderful, and people, local people, stopping by all the time to take notice. As we come to the northeast corner of the Courthouse Square, we see the chiming clock with a mouse running up one side, getting to the top, being very happy, and then going down the other side again. This, of course, telling the classic story Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse who ran up the clock and from the top proclaimed the birth of Christ to the world. Tremendously exciting and wonderful to see such fine traditions being maintained. As we continue to move around, we look at some of the downtown businesses here in thriving Kokomo, except for Stokey's that moved. Sound of Music, they're still going. They had the best Christmas display all year, but it's not lit up tonight, so you can't see it. And as we continue to move around past the wonderful Gothic style courthouse, looks a little bit like a prison, but it's a courthouse. And we'll continue around across the north side of the square and see what else we can see. And just coming into view now, we can begin to just see over in the distance. Is it what we think it is? Yes. Yes, it is. It's a sea serpent. Officially, of course, the Loch Ness Monster, the traditional sea serpent of Bethlehem, as described in numerous apocryphal, shall we say, accounts of the birth of Christ. As the sea serpent, there it is with its tongue and its little rattling tail. The far side, that's officially apparently the Loch Ness Monster, which of course was seen at the birth of Christ. And as we continue to move around, we'll take another look from this side. Just take a good look at the detail and the artwork that's got into it. And I mean, if you looked at this might be bells here, mightn't it? But of course it's not, it's the sea serpent. What more could you ask at Christmas? And really showing that the people of Kokomo can be proud of their city this year. So we look up, we can see Happy Holidays proclaimed, I think it says Happy Holidays, from the courthouse at the top there. And as we move on, we have another happy character familiar, of course, to all Christmas lovers. Who can forget, of course, the tale of Santa and the smiling whale? It's a wonderful day to be in Kokomo, just to see the lights and to see the things that are being shown to us this year. We have to say thanks to the city as we continue down the west side of the Courthouse Square. That's not part of the display, that's just a truck with a snowplow on the front. That's because we had the first snow of the year last night. Look, snow on the ground. Isn't that exciting now? Here we have the woodpecker. Sadly, for some reason, we're not sure. The woodpecker has been turned off in terms of sound. See, there's a loudspeaker just there. We pull back slightly. This woodpecker was previously making sounds, but we're not sure why. Perhaps it annoyed the local people, the incessant pecking, as we continue to move around the square. So we're sorry that the woodpecker's not making any noise. And here we have the flashing fire truck. This, of course, was, again, from the biblical account, the fire truck that carried Mary and Joseph all the way to Bethlehem, into the stable there. So that's the fire truck. What more could you ask? Quite wonderful. Good to see local people out enjoying the sights and sounds of downtown Kokomo tonight. Here's a spinning top. Again, very festive, representing the the fun that can be had at Christmas, the kind of toys that kids in Kokomo can look forward to this year. None of your Nintendo Wiis and PS3s and whatever else you're having. No, children are going to be getting spinning tops like this. That's wonderful. And of course, as we continue round, we see the centerpiece of the show. And this, of course, will be pleasing to everyone who knows the Christmas traditions that we have in Kokomo and, of course, around the world. It's, of course, the Tyrannosaurus Rex of the Nativity. Genuine red eyes. We'll just focus in on them there as someone's fan belt starts to give out. There's the red eyes. So we know that's actually quite true, staying true to the biblical story of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Some church leaders have said the story of the baby Jesus being saved from King Herod by the giant T-Rex is inaccurate. But Kokomo is standing firmly with the traditions that have been passed down the generations with the dinosaur that saved our Lord. So that's Kokomo as we come around the south side of the square. And we see the flagpole there being decorated already in advance of the forthcoming May Day celebrations, now only 5 months away. So we come towards the conclusion of our tour around the Courthouse Square, back onto the east side now, and as the deer bound carefully and gracefully into the distance to avoid being shot by the oncoming hunters. Hunting season, of course, well underway now. We say thank you very much for joining us on this visit of Kokomo. And if you're ever in the area, do stop in and enjoy this fine tradition and fine spectacle of Christmas lights, which surely is unmatched or anywhere around the world. Thank you very much and good night.